Now I'm going to put some text on. Now if I start typing the text on the same layer as the dingo, if I make a mistake and want to delete that text or delete that layer, then the dingo will disappear with it. Like to add some text, let's create a new layer. So I can either do it from the layer menu, new layer, or from the layers palette. So I'll do it from here. And rename the layer so I know which one it is. This is going to be the text. Layer 1, the dingo. So I can sort of use the layers palette to see where everything is. And click the A. The text is just going to say Uluru. And then you can choose the font. I'll just keep it at Arial. And the size, go up and down. I'll make it quite big. Could make it bold. Change the colour. If you want to change the colour, you've got the colour wheel. So if I want it to be green, I can just move around there till I get to the greens and then pick the particular shade of green. And as I'm doing that, I can see the colour changing in the text box. I want to pick a colour that's in the image for the text instead of just doing black. So I wanted the colour of the Ayers Rock there. Pick the colour picker tool, select it, and that's the shade there. Then I can get a different shade. So if I wanted a bit darker, say that colour. Now I've got the hex code, which is probably going to be important for translating that into the text box. So I'm going to copy the hex code of that colour. Because if I do OK, I'll pick the colour. If I do OK, the text doesn't change. I have to select the colour while I'm in the text box. So here's the colour, and I can just paste in now and then do OK. And now that text has changed, which looks a little bit better because it's closer to the colour of Ayers Rock, of Uluru. Now what else you can do with text is have some text styles. So it needs a little bit of a shadow, I think. So it was still working in the same layer. There is a text styles, and that text styles can be used for whichever layer you want. So selecting the layer and then picking the text styles affects that layer. The layer is highlighted, that's the layer that you're working with. So I want text styles, and it gives me some options there. Perhaps I want an outer glow.